welcome to our MMBT-1D training video. We'll go over all the components and features, and we'll show you how to operate and do measurements with the XY tool scope. Starting off with, you'll see that this one has our quadrant lighting. On the control box, you can increase the intensity or decrease the intensity. And what's also nice is that it has quadrant lighting, which means that you can shut off the top, left, bottom, or right. Especially if you have shiny parts, I can shut off different sections of the light. So the light is divided into 4 parts: the top, bottom, left, right. And by adjusting these, as you can see, shutting off different quadrants will help reduce the glare. So you can experiment with and turn on and off different quadrants for your top light. To access the bottom lighting, we have a green bottom light. So if you ever want to turn your top light off, just press the off switch. And in the back, there are 2 knobs. The first knob turns on the backlight, which will be green, and the front knob will adjust the intensity, so you can turn it up and down for your bottom lighting. I'll turn that off and turn this back on. We'll measure our part. To start, right here we'll have the y-axis, and as you can see, when I move it, it'll adjust it on your digital readout. And I move this part, the x-axis, and it'll adjust the x. To bring up crosshairs, go to the left or right side of your camera menu and click on the measurement tool. And if you have any questions about this camera features, you can see our full tutorial on the camera features on our YouTube at MMBT by MetroCAD or our website MMBT.US, and we'll go through every feature on the camera. So to start with, click on this measurement icon, and if you have any questions on any of these, simply hover over the icon and it'll tell you what it is. So click measurement, and you have a few different options for crosshairs. The first one is to do a bullseye crosshair. So click on crosshairs, bring it to the center of your screen, and you can do that crosshair. To remove, click delete. If you would like to do an increment scale, press the scale bar, and here you'll get a crosshair with scales. But most of our customers prefer the grid lines. So to turn off the scale, press scale again, and then we'll do enable for the grid lines. And what we have done is you have 8 different sections of screens that you can save with grid lines. And what you will do is you'll shut off different lines, like so, until you're only left with the V5 and the H5. And again, you can adjust the line thickness by selecting the line. You can change the color. For best results, it's best to have a thinner line for more accuracy, but I'm having it at the highest thickness so you'll be able to see it in the video. Alright, again, once you have your crosshairs, we'll start going over it. So put your part on the stage, and again, with this XY tool scope has a 2x2 stage, perfect for smaller parts. This back knob right here is your focus. Simply adjust it to bring your part into focus. This is a monocular lens, so as you compare it to our XYZ tool scope, this scope does not have eyepieces. It just goes straight down from the camera lens. And it is a 20x magnification. If you need more magnification, the camera does have a digital zoom. So what you will do is you will press the zoom, you'll bring your menu, you'll either click zoom in and zoom out up to a 10x digital zoom, or use your mouse scroll wheel and zoom in digitally. Now we will focus on measurement. Again, this is an XY, so this one does not have Z. If you ever want to do a quick measurement, what you can do is you can zero out your axis. So if I want to measure the length here, I will start at my 1 point, zero it out, move over to the other part, and I will get my X. If you ever want to change from inches to millimeters, press the inches millimeter button. When the button is highlighted, it'll be the top one, which is inches. And as you can see, inches will have it will go out 5 decimal places. To go back to millimeters, press again. As for the other buttons, you can program if you have specific measurements that you want to take. Auto, manual, and edge detection is for if you have camera sensor lens, but as we will be using the crosshairs, we will not be using these buttons. This is for increment or absolute value, and this is to change from polar to Cartesian. So the polar, it'll go from one measure from a point of origin, while the Cartesian will measure from X and Y. Now, to start with other, you can also measure by using the measurement buttons. If you have a specific point that you want to use, press the point icon. Now, select your point and press enter. If you have any questions, you can always look at the screen and it'll tell you what you have. Press enter, and it'll save your X and Y coordinates. If you want to save, press the store button. You can save up to 100 features or measurements, and what you will do is give it a number. So let's do 1, press enter, and it'll save, and then you'll save your measurement, press enter, and finish. To bring it back up, press the recall button, press 1 to bring up the feature, press enter, and there it is. This can also be hooked up to a printer and you can print your icon as well. Press finish when you're done and it'll bring you back to live. Now let's do the next measurement. Let's do a line. So again, and when you are measuring, bring the point that you want to measure into the crosshair. That will be from the reference point that it'll take. And again, please use backlighting if you have parts that you have shadows so you can get the more accurate measurement. So we'll press the line. Now if I want to do more points, because with more points you will have a more accurate measurement, I simply press the measurement again. And I can do up to 50 points, but let's do 5. When I'm ready, I will line up with my crosshair, press enter for my point. Now let's say I made a mistake and I did this one next, but I don't want that one. Simply press cancel, and as you can see, it will delete that point. So if you ever mess up, just press cancel with that point, and then I can go back and go start doing my line. If I want to start over, I can press quit. So again, I'll press line. Let's do 5 points. I will line up my part, press enter, and do 4 more points. And as you can see in the readout, it'll go keep place of which points I'm on and tell me how many I have left. Press enter. And as you can see, it'll give me press more for the more information. It'll tell you the angle or any more. When done, press finish. You can go to your next point. You can do circles as well. Press the circle button and line up your part. The default is 3 points, but again, if you want to do more points, simply press the measurement, whether it's circle, angle, or line, and add more points. Now 1 more point. Line up, press enter. Oh, sorry, 2 more points I have. Press enter. Now it'll give me, and if you ever have a question on what the unit of measurement is, you can look in the screen. It'll say R&D. So my X will be the radius, Y is my diameter. Press more. It'll give me my X and Y coordinates. Press more. And any other features. When you're done, press finish. To do distance, press this distance button. Now line up your part. Press enter. And do 1 more point. and press enter. So it'll give me my X, my Y point, and the distance. More. And if there's any more features, it'll press more. If at any point I want to see what half that distance is, I can press this half button and it'll cut an axis in half for me. So let's say I want to press this one. So it'll give me the half point right away. When done, press finish. To do angles, we'll do 4 points on a line. So press the angle button and we'll do the first line. So press 1 point. We'll do 3 points for the first line. And now we'll do the second line. Let's go up here. And 1 more point. So now it'll give me the angle for the first and the second one, and the third and fourth angle, and the X and Y coordinates. Again, this more button you press will give you all the extra measurements that you have. And press finish. If at any time when you're doing a measurement and you want to stop, simply press quit to go back to the main screen. If you also have a part that's skewed, what you can do is press the skew button. So we'll line up our part, and it's always best to do the horizontal one. Press 2 more. Now it's skewed. Now I can measure my part. Press enter. Oh, sorry. And what you'll do is you'll press your measurement, press enter, and we'll do 1 more point, and it'll give us our measurement. To get out of skew, simply hold the skew button. If you want to see the origin point, press skew again, and do your points. The x-axis skewed, and now we can do our point. And 1 more, and it'll give our message. And finish. And again, to go back to your original, hold skew to undo it. And if at any point you want to do rectangle, we also can do more. Go to the setup, go down to special measure and press enter. Go press down to do rectangle measurement. And for rectangles, we'll do 5 points. So again, focus on your part. And always, for the most accurate measurement, line up your part with the crosshairs. So we'll do 1 point, another point, 0.3, and again, the readout will keep track of how many points I've done. Oops. And press it. So now with the rectangle, it'll give me length, width, x, y, and the area and area and perimeter. Once I'm done, press finish. And are you sure you want to exit? Yes. There you go. You can also do programming. So if you measure certain parts all the time, you can do a program. So do record program, press enter, give a program number, we'll do 1, press enter, and let's do a position. Let's say we always measure a circle like this. So press circle, and I always want to do, let's say 6 points. So I'll press the circle again. And this is nice because if you're measuring a certain part, you don't have to redo the setup every time you do it. And again, if I ever make a mistake on a point, I can always press cancel, and that will undo the last point. If I have to do more than one, I can just press cancel again. before, if I'm doing the wrong measurement, I can always press quit and it'll go back to the main menu. Alright, so again, that'll have it. And again, when you see the program button highlighted, that is still programming. So press program again, press enter, and are you finished? Press enter. If I need to bring that one back up again, I'll press program, run program, program number is 1, and again you can save 10 programs with up to 100 steps. Press enter. So now my circle icon, or my circle measurement with 6 point is all ready. So that's if you have presets that you always want to do. I'll say, oops. Okay, oops, sorry. Okay. So, but yeah, so if I have a point, I can always do it again. And again, this will save time so that if you always do the same part over and over again, and you always do the same number of points, you can have it all ready for you. And one more. And then quick finish. If anytime you have to edit a program, run program, or sorry, edit program, press enter. We'll do the program number 1, and we'll do program. So if I want to do, maybe delete that, there, so now it's finished. So now I can adjust it as needed. If ever I have to delete a program, go to setup, go down to clear, go down to clear program, and select the program to delete. Are you sure? Press enter. You can also clear points, so go back to the setup menu, clear, so we can clear features or clear feature, press enter, and I'll delete our last measurement. And then we press finish to go back. Okay. And now we'll go over a few features of the camera. What's nice about this camera feature is that you can take pictures, and again, everything stays on a USB drive. You can take video, simply click on the icon, record, which will be nice for training or any pass downs that you want to do, so you can have that all recorded. Press it again to stop. Give it some time to save. To view the pictures or videos, press the preview icon and bring up previous ones. You can delete or go through them and go back. You can, again, do digital zoom. You can flip the picture, or you can flip it up and down. You can freeze it, and as you can see, it's being moved. And click it again to go live. You can do black and white or color. You can do picture in a picture, which is nice if you have to ever compare parts. And again, you can zoom them in together. Change your picture. And what's also nice is you can do 4 pictures in one. So if you want to do different angles, simply double click on one part of the screen to freeze it. Double click again. So that way if you want to see things from different angles, makes it very nice. And then double click again to go live. And then go click it again to go back to your main screen. This one can also do screen measurements. So if you ever want to do a measurement without using the stage, you can do both point and click as well as a stage. To save the measurements, click on screenshot. So this will not only take a picture of it, it will also have a picture of your measurements and text. Perfect for notes. You can also do points. You can do annotations by simply clicking on a point, adding some text, That way if you want to make notations of any defaults or any defects. And if you ever want to save it, just export. So this will do all your measurements, the units, and then the perimeter, radius, and area. And then to delete all, simply click delete all. And then to go back to the camera settings, you can click measurement again. And this way you can bring in and fine tune it. So you can also click and drag to adjust the brightness or use your mouse scroll wheel. This way you can find and adjust it. And if you want to go back to normal, press default or auto. You can also adjust the contrast, saturation, and then you can also adjust brightness. And to move the menu from left to right, simply click left and right. So if you have any questions, you're always welcome to stop on by if you're local and bring in some parts and do some samples while you're here. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. If you have any questions, you're also welcome to email us at sales@metro-cad.com or call 763-595-7307 or visit our website, MMBT.us. Thanks again and have a blessed day.